Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me start by thanking the sheriffs and the chiefs of police who are standing with me today. Sheriff Gene Fisher from Greene County, my home county. Gene, thank you for being here. Sheriff Jim Saban from Madison County, Sheriff Jamie Patton from Union County, Chief Joe Morbitzer from the Westerville Police Department, and Chief Gary Obermiller from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources. As an Ohio Attorney General, my number one mission is to protect Ohio families, and especially children. Children in Ohio today are being harmed. Sexual predators are targeting kids, preying on them for their own sick gratification. My first elective office was as Greene County Prosecuting Attorney. I was 29 years of age. And I'll tell you, nothing shocked me more as a young prosecutor than the sexual assaults that were occurring against children. It was things that I just couldn't believe, had no idea were occurring in Greene County. That frankly affected me, and I've never forgotten it. I've tried to devote my career in public office to protecting kids. And for nearly 40 years, I've been advocating on behalf of children in the state of Ohio and across our country. I realized, as that 29-year-old prosecutor, that children are just not small adults. They have unique needs, they're vulnerable, they're at risk, and they need to be protected. I'm announcing today a major initiative to protect Ohio children and families from sexual predators. While this initiative has been in the planning stages long before the Penn State tragedy was disclosed, what happened there does, frankly, put a spotlight on the issue of child sex abuse. What happened at Penn State is unconscionable, it's unbelievable, it's intolerable. But the tragic reality is that horrible crimes, unthinkable crimes, are happening against children every single day. They were happening before it was disclosed what happened at Penn State, and it's happened every day since. It is time, quite frankly, we woke up as a country. It's time we woke up as a people and said simply, we're not going to tolerate this anymore. And we're going to go after these predators, and we're going to lock them up, and we're going to keep them locked up. We tolerate, frankly, too much in society. There's too many things that we say, oh, that just happens. And my fear is that people will look at the tragedy in Penn State and say, well, that was over there. That was a bad thing. And not realize it's happening every single day in this country. As Ohio's Attorney General, as a parent of 8, as a grandparent now of 17, I'm here today to say that we're simply not going to tolerate this anymore. We're going to do everything in our office, everything in our power to go after these individuals who are preying on our kids. For the last 2 months, my office has been putting together a plan to protect children against sexual abuse. The month of November is National Child Safety and Protection Month, and therefore it is appropriate today to unveil our new 5-pronged effort. I'm putting the full weight of the Ohio Attorney General's office behind this plan. And frankly, this is just the beginning. For as long as I'm in office, this will be one of the main focuses of this office. We're going to find these child molesters, and we're going to put them in jail. And we're going to keep them in jail. The statistics are startling. According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, 1 in 5 girls and 1 in 10 boys will be sexually exploited before they reach adulthood. Those numbers to me are just astounding. Last year at BCI, Attorney General's office, 55% of the cybercrime cases where our office was assisting local law enforcement 55% of these cybercrime cases were sex-related, with 28% of them involving child pornography. In Ohio alone, there are currently 19,509 registered sex offenders. 10,206 of them who committed offenses against children. Of those nearly 20,000 sex offenders, 721 of them are not currently complying with the law and registering and reporting as sex offenders in this state. Further, of those who are not complying with the law, 299 of them victimize children. Equally frightening, 109 of those who victimize children currently have outstanding arrest warrants and are out on the streets. And these are the pictures behind me of some of them. It's not all of them. We ran out of ink, but we printed as many pictures as we could. Number one, to fight back refers to creating a new Crimes Against Children's unit at BCI. This unit's focus every single day will be to hunt down predators who victimize our children. We'll start by adding at least 15 new personnel at BCI who will be tasked with the following. First, they will troll the internet for predators. We'll have staff who will go on the internet every day. They will pose as 14-year-old girls or as younger boys or whatever is appropriate to target these predators so we can identify them, track them down, arrest them, keep them away from the child. Next, this unit at BCI will conduct a file sharing operation. File sharing is an activity where child pornography is traded back and forth on the internet. On a daily basis, our new team will track this swapping and viewing of child pornography in a concerted effort to halt its dissemination. And I think we should remember, this is child pornography. These are children. And each time someone simply views a picture of a child, that child is victimized over and over and over again. And not only that, and the thing I think people many times forget is that at a minimum, by all studies, at minimum, 40% of those who view child pornography end up molesting children as a result. At least 40%. By some estimates, as high as 80%. I was coming to work this morning and just pulled the Dayton Daily News, Springfield, Ohio. So take a look at it. The local man is facing up to 11 years in prison after pleading guilty to 3 charges relating to having and distributing child pornography. Springfield police reportedly found 70 photos of children engaged in sex acts ranging from infants to young teens. Hawken is a Tier 2 sex offender. Now listen to this, is a Tier 2 sex offender already in Champaign County, after previously have been convicted of unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, according to court records.